Are you ready? Oh, light, sound. Can you hear me, everybody? Light, sound, light, sound. Oh, I need the light here. Hello, 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 Sunday, Sunday. I can't hear in this ear. I can't hear in this ear. So it's kind of like affecting me a little bit. I think I've got to go to the doctor. It's not to the doctor, the ear doctor. Thank you, Claire. You can see and hear me. It's like a well-oiled machine. Exactly. I don't know what I'm doing here. Does it matter? The numbers are going up. We're going up. I think we're going up. I can't tell if we're going up. We're not going down. It doesn't seem like we're going down. We're getting a lot of people watching these shows. And even more than that, we get people watching the shows afterwards. And I'm not promoting the show. I'm not going on Twitter and say, watch yesterday's show. Because I can't do that. I don't think, if you want to take what we've done here or what I've done and make something out of it, you can. But I can't do that, really. I can't do that. Because I don't know. I think because what we're doing right now is basically we're in the room. I'm here talking to Birdseye and to Gnome Hunter and to Claire and to you, Janice, basically. So there you go. I'm here talking to people. Andrew Rubin is here. Beautiful, beautiful Claire is here. So, and it's Sunday, and then tomorrow, I guess Christmas is over tomorrow. Is it over? Producer, is Christmas over tomorrow? It's over tomorrow. I don't even know why I needed you to tell me that, but I just wanted to communicate with my number one son, who's a lovely boy. He's a lovely, lovely, lovely boy. Are you a lovely boy? No, he's not a lovely boy. Anyway, so Christmas is over. This is the last day. I haven't done much today. I treated it like a Sunday. I haven't been feeling that well. I slept like 4 hours last night. Not enough time. When you reach a certain age, you need to sleep. Look at that thing. Look at that. Is that horrible? Is that horrible? That's like absolutely horrible. Maybe that's too bright there. Is that too bright? I think it's better that way, right? Girl from Mars is here. Hi, handsome. I think you're talking about me. I am handsome. I'm not handsome. But you know what it is as you get older, you realize you're not that good looking. When you're young, you think, why can't someone love me for me? And then you realize you're at a certain age and you're not going to get loved for who you are. You're going to get loved for how much money you have. Christmas ends on Epiphany. Is that spelled? Is that properly right? 6 badges. After the 12th night. Is it the 12th night? Whatever. Monday, people are going back to work. And I'm going to suggest to you, don't look for a job on Monday. Take a day off because Monday is going to be a horrible day. Don't go to the gym on Monday. Don't go to the gym. And anyway, don't go to the gym anyway. I mean, I look amazing. I've been walking about 10,000 steps a day. I didn't walk today because I was feeling a bit slightly rough. Not really rough. I just had a little bit of a potential cough. But as you know, I'm against coughing. I felt like coughing. I felt like I had something in my throat. I think, don't cough. Don't cough. And then I choked and I died. John Van Deb said the only way is up, baby. For Lou and me now. Yaz, the plastic population. Yaz. Yaz and the plastic population. Is that the band? Is that what it's called? That was called. I know that music. I know Yaz and the other one. There's 2 of them. Allison Moyer, and Yaz, right? Isn't that, I don't know, is Yaz the girl? I don't know. There's nothing about you that's horrible, Lewis. Some of us love you for who you are. Yes. I mean, and every guy knows that that's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous to be loved for who you are. We don't love you for who you are. Well, we do love you for who you are. Actually, we do love you. I love you for who you are. But you know, we want to be looked at and says, "Wow, you're absolutely so beautiful." Now, let's talk about yesterday's show before we get started on this show. Yesterday's show was one of the better shows that I did because, or I've been involved in. You were also very good. Also very good. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. We've had over 250 people watching it, and just in a day, that's a lot of people. Well, I mean, it's not millions. It's not millions, but I'm Lewis Schaffer, and millions of people are not going to watch this thing. They're not going to watch it. Number one. Number two, and it's not that the fact that people are watched it makes it a sign that it's good. What made it good was I think I was very articulate discussing the Venezuela situation. And then I posted something, and then people got on my case. I mentioned this yesterday. They got on my case, and they were like cursing at me, because that's basically what the left wing do. They curse at people. Don't curse at anybody. Coughing made me unwell. I definitely agree with you on coughing, says MC Scott. Yeah, coughing, it breaks the cells, which releases stuff, which that stuff causes more irritation, and irritation causes more inflammation, and more inflammation causes illness and death. Claire, you may be right. I slept pretty good with cotton wool in my ears. I will try it tonight. Maybe that's something horrible. That's something good, cotton wool. And I think I said why the situation in Venezuela is going to be good, why it's going to work out, why it had to be done, and why it's good. I mean, I could probably do why it's going to turn out into a nightmare for America, because it's a long ways away, and you need thousands of people to run a government. And there are lots of communists in that place, and communists are bad. They're bad. They're bad people. Communists are all crashing out they do. Well, what do you mean? What does that mean, crashing out? I don't know what that term means, crashing out. Bird's eye. Could you just explain what that means? Very articulate. You almost had a stroke multiple times. Well, I was trying to stay focused. I'm not as bright as I used to be. I'm not saying I was ever bright. I was never really bright. People used to say, "Oh, you're very smart." But I was never smart. I was never smart. I had my IQ tested, and my mother said to me, "You're not as smart as your sister." That's what she said to me. I curse you, Lewis, but I'm definitely not left wing. I have a certificate that proves so. What is this? What kind of certificate? Throwing a hissy fit. Yes, they're throwing a hissy fit. Well, because they don't want to admit that they're wrong. Whatever victory we have, they're just going to be against it. That's the left, the Democrats or Labor in this party, the liberal Dems, the Greens, the globalists. They're Team World. They're crashing out as an unhappy. Thank you, Birdseye. And I like that. I like that you basically responded quickly to that. So I did not have to, I had to go with it. They're crashing out. I mean, should America be involved in a situation like that? I think we need to be in order to stop every single person from leaving Venezuela. And they're going into all the different countries, and the other countries don't want them either. I mean, they're not bad people. I've been to Venezuela. They're lovely, lovely people. Number one. Number two is they have oil. And that's maybe they're saying, "Oh, it's the oil. It's the oil." It is the oil. Of course it's the oil. Of course it's the oil. I mean, we did Panama too. There's no oil in Panama. But we did there. Okay. You know, we also did Grenada. There's no oil. It's best to do it in a place where there's oil. Okay? It's best to do it. That's why we did it there. I think Trump is the man, says Claire. I think he is the man. I think he's the man. I mean, he doesn't look like he's going to live a lot longer. But he is the man. And I hope I don't, that's the problem with getting older. You just basically deteriorate. And he's got a young wife relative to him. I used to go Christmas carol singing when I was really young boy, says Julian. From school, we used to go to the local old folks' home, Silver Threads, in the 1970s. Wondered if you needed a dirty carol, Lewis. I dated a girl. I used to call her Dirty Carol. And I don't know, what is a dirty carol? It's great to see USA asserting itself on the world stage again. Well, if it's good, if we're asserting ourselves for goodness, it's good. Now, when I was young, I remember when America got rid of Allende, and I was like upset about it because I was a communist back then. And now I realize it was the best thing is that Venezuela was twice as rich back then as Chile. And now Chile is I think 5 times richer per capita, whatever that means, than Venezuela, and they got no food there. So it's gonna help the country. It's going to help the country. I mean, did it work in Iraq? No, because those people are globalists. They're neocons. They don't care. They don't care about America. They just care about this whole whatever they care about. I don't even know what they care about. I want to agree with you, says MC Scott. No, this is Gnome Hunter speaking to MC Scott. But they never really stopped. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Carol Vorderman. She's a dirty Carol. A dirty Carol. It's a membership certificate of far-right organizations that I cannot mention for obvious reasons. Okay, don't mention it then. I know what per capita means. That's what it means. A capita is head, per head. That's what when they mean by per capita. But it's a richer country. Chile is a richer country. And the reason they got rich is because they threw out the communists. And it made them appreciate business and trade. And then as soon as, they started to ship plums. I remember eating plums from Chile when I was a kid. And they were so good. Oh my God, I used to love them. I used to love them. Blonde. James Blonde, says Julian. James Blonde. So I'm happy. I don't know how this is going to pan out. I don't know how it's going to pan out. I'm not worried about the drugs. Okay? I don't worry about the drugs. I think drugs should be legal. But I am worried. It's going to take thousands and thousands of people in America to run that government. When I think there might be other people who are competent in the country. Why did they let the vice president? Why did they let the vice president take over? Anybody know the answer to that? I don't know why they let that happen. I don't know. But they did. They let the vice president in control. And I mean, the tragedy of it is yes, it needs to be done in this country. It doesn't need to be done, but it's like you just see how scared Keir Starmer is in those eyes because he's in over his head, I guess. And he doesn't want, he knows that he's like not, that Britain, he's very unpopular, Keir Starmer. He's got 18% of the population thinking he's doing a good job. 18%, and probably less than that. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's like, he'd like to be popular, but he's been told, we've discussed this before, he's been told he's got a job to do. And don't worry about being unpopular. Just go in there and do it. What are you going to get, producer, what are you going to go get? I don't know what I want. Yes, thank you very much, Andrew Rubin. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now I'm wearing this. Look at my shirt that I'm wearing. I found this along the river in near Thameslink or that place over there. I don't remember the name of the place. We were walking along, and I found this shirt. I don't know, maybe it was part of I don't know what it was for. But I'm wearing it because I'm thin. I weigh 76.6 kilograms. We're going to discuss being thin in the year. That's going to be Lewis's goal. Being thin in the year without drugs. I mean, without Ozempic. And what are the other ones? Ozempic.
You can stop taking those.
I've never taken Ozempic. Did you hear?
Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, I never have. How really embarrassing would that be if you found out that I'd been taking?
Fucking hilarious.
And everything was like an act, and everything that I said was an act, and whatever. Okay, Trump trusts the vice president, apparently. This thing has been a long time planning. Do you think maybe he called up the vice president and said to the vice president, you know, we're going to take the guy?
There's a good chance that the vice president and like others basically sold out Maduro.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I don't think it's that's what happened.
You don't think that's what happened?
Because they wouldn't, like, I've read like, oh, they had to have a scalp and they had to put on a show, which is how they were able to get into the country so easily.
What do you mean a show?
Like to arrest the guy and like take him from Caracas as like a show of military might.
Right. Okay.
I don't think so. Like it's a too risky of a thing to do.
Right, and a thing to say, yeah. I mean, how would they contact the lady?
Pick up
her phone. They say, hey, this is the president of the United States. I'd like to talk to you about doing something, but, you know, is anybody in the room right now while you're talking about this?
I don't think it's that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Trump. Trump can hardly string a few sentences together.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true.
It's getting more and more true every day.
But you know what? It gets true for everybody who's old, Columbus.
Oh, I know.
I'm old.
I know.
Do you think that I've lost a bit of step in my step?
No.
Do you think I'm stupider than I was?
No.
You don't think that I am?
You've always been stupid.
I've always been stupid. Oh, my son's got a new jumper. He's happy. Okay. Now, Birdseye says communism doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work. Because people are not communistic. It doesn't just tax the rich. It makes it a hard place to become rich. And working class people pay the price. Look at Poland. Their country's thriving compared to its commie past. Exactly right. Communism doesn't work. It's evil. It's evil. And yet people believe it. They believe it. Maybe they want other people to be punished. It could be that. Even thinner, says Gnome Hunter. The wind will be blowing around soon enough. What do you mean? Because we all need to be thin. I don't know. We all need to be. Oh, you're wearing a hat. Is that my hat? He's taking my hat. Finisher is a promoted fluffier. Finisher? What does that mean? Finisher 18. I don't know what that means. Manjaro, right? Manjaro. That's my friend Doug took Manjaro. I don't know whether you should admit it. Kermit's nodded off on the lily pad again. He's sitting there in the background. Let's hope. So this shirt says Lewis, no carbs, Schaffer is his name. And yet I'm a liar. I went out to the shop and I bought 2 French baguettes that needed to be warmed. And I ate one of them and a little bit of the second one. I mean, they weren't huge baguettes. They weren't huge. They're about 100 grams each. But like yesterday, I had 2 bagels, but I woke up today and I was about a pound thinner because I went out running and not running. I don't run. I went out walking. I walked 10,000, 12,000 steps. Bernard Manning. Okay, according to No Hunter, comedy is entirely antithetical when taking into account that communist theory itself recognizes its state needs to self-cannibalize every few years in order to keep the flame of revolt. Exactly. How could you have a constantly revolting state? How can you? I mean, the idea is so ridiculous, communism. It's like one of those ideas which is so inherently shitty. But people think, oh, that's so beautiful. It's like Islam. It's so bad. It's so bad. I shouldn't be saying it's bad. Communism, says Vatanai. Vatanai is here. Round of applause. Communism works for leaders and does nothing for ordinary folks. It's a moral deceit. That's exactly right. I never was anti-communist. I am now. I never discussed the communist thing. I am now. It is evil. It is evil. Gary Warren is here. Hello, welcome back, Gary Warren. A cup of coffee. I would say coffee, K-A-U, coffee, F-F-E maybe, coffee. A cup of coffee. I've been to speech therapy, you know that. I mean, listen, if you think communism is good, you can still be here. You can still listen in. You can even say, I think you're wrong. Communism is going to be great. It's not going to make me angry. Leaders often live in luxury while telling poor it's someone else's fault. Yeah, it's a victim mentality. It's a victim mentality. I hate to say where it comes from because we have women listening. Leaders often, yes, that's true, Gary. It's really, really bad. It's bad. We don't want to be victims. I don't want to be a victim. Okay? I mean, we can be victims. That's the problem with the world now. The world now is, back in the day, you didn't know that people were victims. This needs to go back to 5 p.m. Why? Because it's like some kind of like watershed hour or something. Julian, we'll start 5 p.m. tomorrow. We're gonna start at 5 p.m. tomorrow. I don't know if or 5:30. I don't know. I don't know whether they're still on the holiday mode at Resonance FM. Robert Mugabe had 15 palaces while his people starved. Yeah. I mean, should America go in there and knock the SHI out of that guy? No, I don't know. Eventually there'd be a revolution in Venezuela. So why should we act now when there'll be a revolution? It's like what's happening in Iran. Is the people of Iran are saying we're not happy with these people. Did you hear what the BBC? The BBC is calling it a cost of living crisis, a cost of living protest. That they're not upset with the Islamic cultish police state. That they're just upset about the cost of living thing. I mean, rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. When you tax the rich, the way Queer Style and Labor does, they simply move their assets offshore, and then they follow. That's true. Well, I hear about what's going on in New York. They're all moving out of New York. They're either moving or they're not going to pay. They're not going to pay. They've got real estate taxes. Similar here, but not quite. Some of it's quite a lot of money. You own a house, and you might have to pay, which I think is, I mean, it's really wrong. I mean, taxes is just really wrong. It's really wrong. But I mean, somebody's got to pay taxes. We'll be back to normal tomorrow, MC Scott. Yes, we will. Probably 5 or 5:30 tomorrow, and then the next day 5 o'clock, and then we'll restart the 10:30 shows. Okay? It's all about power, nothing to do with the poor. Of course it is. I mean, maybe some people actually think that they're helping the poor. They must actually believe that. You know, we're helping the poor. They actually believe that the wealth of a country is not actually created. It's just there, and we'll get half of it. Yeah, we're all better off with the rich than without them. Well, we're better off with the people who are making stuff. But how do we know who's not making stuff? You can't tell. You just got to let people get on with it. Bird's eye. I agree with that. You just got to let people get on with it. And you take a look at someone like a place like Venezuela. That used to be the richest country in all of Latin America, maybe even not the world, but they had so much of this oil. It isn't even oil. It's like a sludge that needs to be heated and melted. The oil process is quite complicated, and I've seen a couple of videos about it. They have the most oil supposedly, but it's big and thick, and then they put it on. It's good for ships. I don't know why it's good for ships. It doesn't slosh around and move around a lot. Maybe that's what's good. Rachel Thieves, or Rachel Reeves, for one, she thinks she's helping the poor, but in reality, she has no clue to what she's doing. She's been told what to do, and she believes in what she's doing, Birdseye. Rachel Thieves, Rachel Reeves. I mean, they believe this stuff. That's what's so tragic, really. The left really believe this stuff. Yes, Lewis, 2CTV going live at 6:30 will be available on YouTube later. 2CTV going live on it? Live on what? What is 2CTV doing? I love 2CTV, and I like Andrew Gold. And, these are lots of the people I like. And you could say, you know who I listen to? Lewis Schaffer. He doesn't know shit, but he insists on saying it. And he doesn't present himself as an expert, but he might be interesting. Gary Warren says that's why historically the working class had a better relationship with the aristocracy than they did the middle classes. Why? Because neither of them did anything, the working class and the aristocracy. But while the middle classes were actually doing something, they went to school, they learned how to be a doctor or whatever they were doing, at least in America. I mean, middle class in America is an economic category, and it's not a, it's like here you could be Lord Sainsbury's. He's like middle class. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Are we better off with, Gary says, Birdseye says, we are better off with the rich than without them. Well, they're going to take all the money. Hold on a second. Who is that? Who is that? We got the other kid coming home. Carnegie? Yeah. Hello. Hello. How was your day?
It was. I'm going to do some cooking.
Okay. Are you going to make noise?
I might make noise, but also it's a house.
I know. No, this is a studio.
Okay, do you want me to starve, Lewis?
I want you to starve.
Lewis,
you can cook, but just try to...
You want me to starve, Lewis?
Oh, he's acting. He's like a thief. He didn't get enough attention as a child, which is why he's this way.
I got enough attention.
You didn't get enough attention. Okay, if you can be as quiet as possible, I appreciate it. But thank you very much.
Said that.
Okay, thank you. I'm working here.
I'm working.
Close the door.
Fucking...
Watch the language. We're on the TV. Okay. She knows what she's doing. This is what Mr. Cuff says about Rachel Reeves. She knows. She's trying to tell us differently. She doesn't want to help anyone but herself. She'd like to be successful. She wants to stay in the job. She doesn't want to lose her grace and favor house. She wants to be paid the extra money. She wants people to pay attention to her. People like people to pay attention to her. I want you to pay attention to me. That's reason for her to do a good job. But she actually believes that what she is doing is going to help everybody, help her and everybody. I'm not going to ask that question. I'm saying, Mr. Cuff, I'm staying out of it. I'm not going to ask about what he does. Oh, on the Iran uprisings. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. The BBC is calling it a cost of living demonstrations. F the BBC. F the BBC. If you're still paying for the BBC, if you're still watching the BBC, how can you watch these liars? Some of it is good, but it's like it's only good so that they can make you think, oh, look, it's worth it. If we don't pay for it, we're not going to be able to watch Mrs. Brown's Boys or whatever it's called. As Disraeli says no, Hunter, it is important for the castle to keep the cottage happy if the castle doesn't want to crumble. That's true. Yeah, you got to keep the people happy. You've got to keep the people happy. Is Phil here? Where is Phil? Maltese Phil is here. Everyone, let's give Maltese Phil a round of applause. Maltese Phil is here. Maltese Phil. And everybody, can you go and like the stream? Subscribe to the stream. Like the stream. Subscribe and like the stream. So how's Maltese Phil been doing? What have you been doing? I mean, I don't know how I got to, because I sensed something was wrong when I was at uni. I sensed it. I started to sense that maybe people are like lying. They're like lying to us, possibly. That's what I thought. I was recently in the UK. Parents have Sky TV. It was really all crap. You watch Netflix mostly. Yeah, you get more of a choice there. You get more of a choice on Netflix. And you can always, if you get mad, you can always go. You can always say to Netflix, "Go screw yourself. I'm not taking it." And then it's not like the BBC where they'll send you a billion effing letters. Andrew Rubin is waving to Maltese Phil. So he's back in Malta. What's the temperature in Malta today? Is the sun shining? I bet the sun is shining. Sun shines a lot. Sunshine a lot. Let's see what it says. Malta. I'm looking for the weather in Malta in Valletta. Valletta, it's 65 degrees during the daytime. That's not hot, but it's pleasant. That's really pleasant. 65 degrees. Tuesday, Wednesday, 61, 61, 60. Oh, it's wintertime. That's the problem. I mean, I'd like it to, it's 16 degrees. Yeah. Today, hazy sunshine. Got my laundry dry. Yeah. I mean, it's nice and dry. It's dry. It's nice and dry. What's the best thing about Malta? We can talk about that. I love Malta. I hate the BBC, Claire. They're utter liars. They are. It's that they're liars. And like I was talking to my friend Paul, Chinese Elvis, and he just thinks, they need better management. And that's such a. How do you need better management? This is the core. It's like saying, I said, it's like Pravda, it needs better management. No, it's a state propaganda network. I really like British television, although I think Greek television is better. But I don't watch enough of either, laugh out loud. I do think we do news better, or from the BBC at least. I haven't seen the others. Why the government, the state, should not be doing news? The news people are there to report on the state, on the government. You don't have the government sitting in the front row interviewing the prime minister, which is hiring those people. So the answer is no. The answer is no. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm on with the heating on full blast at 65 degrees. Jammy bustard. Jammy bustard. That's what I'm on with. You're on with, Andrew Rubin. You want it to be hot. You want it to be hot. It's about 27, 26 degrees inside here. It's really, really hot. Iran has 45% inflation. I think the people have had enough Islamic rule, and that's been the breaking point. Then you've got the BBC hitting off with Iranian cost of living crisis. Yeah, how could you believe them? They're such liars. Am I allowed to call them liars? Am I going to be kicked out of the country for calling them liars? Am I not being patriotic because I love this country? But the BBC is a fraud. Is an absolute fraud. Okay. That's bird's eye. You're right. I think it's higher than that. Let's go look at what the inflation in Iran chart. Let's go look here. Can we look here for a second? Images. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. I guess let's get one that's today, recent. Size, color, time, anytime. Past week. How about the past week? Well, this is 48%, it looks like. I mean, it's all going up at the same level, so this is something else. But it says trading economics. Let's see what else. Do you guys understand this thing? I'm not quite sure I understand this. Gross international reserves. This is the money that they have in the bank. I've got to make it so it's past week. Past week. I'm doing this here. Okay, oil reserves. Venezuela. Here's the oil reserves. Remember I said about how much oil there was in the country. Venezuela. Look at the oil reserves. Oh my God. Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, USA. You got a USA's here. Kazakhstan, Qatar, however you pronounce it. China, Brazil. There you go. They used to think that Mexico had the largest, but they were just lying from what I've heard. Now, what is this thing here? I don't know what this is. Does it say what it is? Top countries with oil reserves. Okay, so we get the idea. I'm sorry. Okay. Noam says if you look at ERT, I guess that's the Greek thing. The E stands for what does the E stand for? It's the Greek. It's Ellen. What does the E stand for? They are much better at being impartial. They're better at being impartial, but they're not impartial. They represent the state, probably. They represent the state. Okay. Being impartial and conveying actually important stuff. Although they start the propaganda hour, it is quite clear. When they start the propaganda hour, it's quite clear. Propaganda hour, there you go. Hey, Kermit is here. Everybody, welcome Kermit. I went out in -4. My car doors were frozen shut. Then I drove through a blizzard, slid down some ungraded country roads, and got blinded by low sunshine reflections on the snow and ice. But I survived. Yeah. I would say to British people, if it's snowing, do not go out in the snow. You don't have the training. You need to have it all a little bit every year in order to know what you're doing. But thank you very much. So Noam is going to explain what ERT is, what Greek television, why is Greek television called ERT? I'm going to check it out myself. Why is Greek television called ERT? Hellenic Broadcasting Company, ERT. Okay, the state-owned public radio and television broadcaster of Greece. Elinki Radiophonia Teleorasa, which translates into the Hellenic Broadcasting Corporation. What does Teleorasa mean? Okay, it's the state-owned broadcaster. I say I do not like state-owned broadcasting. What do you think? Should we take a vote on this? Let's see what what that means. Hello. Okay, what does it mean? Television. It doesn't mean corporation. It means radio, television. Greek radio and television. Greek radio and television. Okay, I did mention I was going to my parents today, but nobody remembered. No, you did mention that. That was nice. It's nice of you, Kermit. You're a lovely guy. You go to your parents. You got to go to your parents. We've got to go to our parents. Anyway, while Kermit is here, it just reminds me, everybody go to the bottom down below. Look at this thing. Look at that thing. That's horrible. Down below. Go down below. The BBC is an acronym of a 1970s Back Pages magazine. Okay, I don't know what a Back Pages is, but I assume it's like a dirty magazine. Is that what that is? What is a Back Pages magazine? I'm going to look that up too. I'm looking up everything today. Because it's Sunday. Back Pages magazine. Back page. What are the back pages? what is back pages meaning UK? Sports news, sports. It signifies the day the biggest sports page, back pages, analysis, contrasting which the maze. It's a sports focus. Sports, is that what it is? Is it a sports? Is it a sports focus thing? Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's what Kermit says. You're not list. It's not about me. Kermit says like and subscribe. Let's all like and subscribe. Do I need a haircut, everyone? Birdseye says that's what steroids are for, Lewis. Now I've lost it. I've lost my train of thought there. What do you mean by that? Anyway. I did hit the like button. You're already subscribed. There you go. Lorna's here. I was just thinking about Lorna. Lorna. And look who's here also. Joodles is here. Lorna and Joodles. Welcome on the show, Lorna. What have you been doing? Where have you been? I was just thinking about you yesterday. Joodles is here. What have you been doing? The name I sent before, Lewis, the literal translation of the corporation, corporation bit, then name and shares are traded in. Okay. The name I sent before, Lewis, is the literal translation. The corporation bit is the name its shares are traded in. So it's British Radio and Television Corporation. Everybody, welcome to Joodles and welcome to Lorna. It's a happy day when the girls are here, when the pretty, beautiful girls are here. Thanks, Gnome. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Everyone slowed down as nobody could see. Parents, little village. Your parents' little village looked like a Christmas card with the trees still all covered in snow. Yeah, brilliant. I love the snow. How can you not love the snow? Darcelch is here. Do the Simpsons eat bog rolls? What is a bog roll? Birdseye says, welcome into Joodles. Welcome in, Joodles. Kermit says to Joodles, would have known where I was. Joodles would have known. Yeah, she is good. She's a bright girl. Most women are not as smart as men. But Joodles is. Joodles is a very bright girl. Very, very bright girl. Thumbs up from Julian. So everybody's welcoming everybody. I'm giving Joodles a thumb up, and I'm giving Lorna a thumbs up. And Darcelch, who's relatively new. Darcelch, have you subscribed to the thing? It's free. Subscribing or joining, or it's the bell, that little bell thing. Can you see the bell? The bell thing? The bog roll is toilet paper. Okay. No, I think the Simpsons were great from what I know. I've been under the weather. I still love you all. I have eaten Christmas carbs, and it's played up shite times 8. Yeah, Christmas carbs are bad. You got to basically cut that stuff down. You got to cut back on the Christmas carbs, on any carbs. I mean, what happens is that if you eat badly during Christmas, you gain a kilo or 2 kilos. Let's say you gain a kilo. And over 10 years, that means you're 20 pounds more. You're fat. So, not you, Lorna, but people can get fat. So you've got to make sure you don't eat the carbs. You don't eat the carbs. I've been eating lots of carbs. I think I had 200 grams of carbs yesterday. You know, I went out. I went out for a walk, and I ate 2 Cornettos cones. 2, not just one. I ate one, and then I went across the street to the next shop and had another one. Had another one. So you shouldn't do that. But I did walk 12,000 steps. And I think that that's, you can eat carbs if you exercise a lot, but I don't recommend it. I don't recommend any carbs. I don't want to be in pain. I don't want my feet to hurt. I don't want to get athlete's feet. I don't want them to itch. I don't want to get gout. I don't want to get plantar fasciitis. I don't want to get any kinds of arthritises in my elbows and my knees. I want to be healthy. Don't we all? Isn't that what we want? And the way you do that is by, maybe you should all buy that book that I've been reading, barely. You know, Think and Grow. No, that's another book. How to Stop Smoking. I think that's what it's called. What is it called? By Alan Carr. I think that's what we need to do. To read that book, to know you should stop, not just stop smoking, but that it's very hard with carbs because it's just, once you have one carb, it's addictive. It makes you want to have a second carb and a third carb and a fourth carb. You know, I mean, I'm good because I used to totally pig out. I mean, like, really. I mean, not pig out so that I'm fat, but like there were times, like we all had these times. Let's just get a huge bag of candy and eat the entire thing because we didn't know how dangerous it was. I didn't know how dangerous it was. I just thought it might make me fat, you know. But when you're young, you don't even care about it a lot of times. But I know now that it's not happy for you. It's not healthy. Judel says she's happy to see Lorna. What is it with 2 ice creams? You're like 2 Jags Prescott. Yes, well, the reason why that is, you know why that is, Kermit, because sugar does something that turns off that actually increases your body's desire to have more sugar. What about those grizzly bears? They just sit there eating and eating and eating until they're fat and exhausted and can't move. That's not their brain. That's on every cellular level. That comes from eating sugar. That's what sugar does. I'm like 2 Jags Prescott, yeah. Maltese Phil, says Lorna. Honestly, my effing stomach is so painful, it made my ribs hurt. Never again. Well, join me in this thing, Lorna. Join me to stop eating carbs. Let's stop eating carbs. Or 3 steaks Pam. Well, steak doesn't do that to you. It doesn't make you, when you eat steak, you don't get hungrier. I mean, it's good, you need it, but you're not getting hungrier. When you eat bread, you want another piece of bread. When you eat a crisp or a chip, you want more. When you eat Haribo, you want another one. Okay? MJ Tiger Fang is here. MJ, everybody welcome MJ Tiger Fang. How are you? What are you doing? 2 Jags once got my little sister over his bonnet. Creepy twat. Oh, you're saying that John Prescott hit on your little sister. I mean, I'll tell you something about little sisters in this country. Hello, Carnegie. Hello. Window capture. Hold on. What did I want to see? I wanted to see something. Carnegie. Can you hear Carnegie in the kitchen here? When you smoke a bong, you want another one. Well, it also is true with salted food and umami food and alcohol. They do something to the body that makes, I forget, I've seen this a million times. I don't remember what the rules are. But when you have alcohol, it makes you want to have another alcohol. It makes you want to have another drink. You have 1 beer and you go, oh, let's have another one. And then you have 2. You say, oh, I need another one. Basically. I've just eaten chicken today, says Lorna. Yeah, chicken's all right. It's not the greatest food. She was an adult, by the way. Okay, I didn't think you were saying that she was a child. She was a child. Well, why can't why can't he hit on? Back in the day, men used to hit on women, and women used to go, "Ooh, I just been kissed by John Prescott." He was kind of good looking. He was very, very strong and manly. And manly. Not as manly as I am, but still strong and manly. My iPad broke yesterday. Screen went black after I got up. It fell off the desk. Oh my God. So I'm here by phone now in small text. And my eyes that hurt trying to read. All right, well that's sad, MJ Tiger Fang. Your phone, your iPad broke. Are you going to be able to get that back? Are you going to be able to get your iPad back and get it fixed? I bought a new computer myself, but it wasn't new. It was used. It was new, and yeah. With things like that, you got to replace them immediately because otherwise they eat at your brain. They eat at your brain. My third pint is lethal, says MC Scott. If I didn't stop on the third pint, that'd be that. What does that mean? Yeah, you could go to 4 and 5 and 6, and that's what people do. And it's not just a weakness. It's your actual body saying to you, drink more. Alcohol is evil, but so is food. So is sugar evil. Has anyone seen the reviews online for sugar-free Haribo? Core blimey, says John Van Dam. John Van Dam is here. Core blimey, they are hilarious and quite shocking at the same time. What makes them hilarious and what makes them shocking? John Van Dam, please tell us. I've just eaten a bag of drugs and I've decided it's much better than chicken. Yes, yeah, drug, yeah, I could use that. I could use that. I'm on my phone, Lorna. I have an iPad, but I don't know how to use it. Yeah, well, you need to come over here. I'll show you how to use it. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how to use it. And I was an early adapter of the computer. I had a computer in over 40 years ago. I had a computer. I know who John Prescott is. He's not bad. Like, you're talking to me, Joodles. He's not bad looking, John Prescott. John Prescott, he was like the last working class member of the Labor Party. He stood for like the Labor Party rank and file. And now who stands for the Labor Party rank and file? Why is Jeremy Corbyn? Is he working class? Is Keir Starmer working class? Is Rachel Reeves working class? No, it's a middle class party. Beware, sugar-free sweets make you get the squirts. The squits. Is it squits or squirts, Lorna? Yeah. Oh yeah, you came. What did you bring? Did you bring me an ice cream?
No.
Okay, thank you. I remember when electric typewriters were the bee's knees. Ha ha. Yeah, talking about computers. Was he fat? I think he got fat towards the end. John Prescott, I'm guessing. Mr. Cuff says. Was he fat? Was he fat? Look at how great Lewis Schaffer looks, all thin and beautiful. You're thin and beautiful. The only thing my body is missing are your hands rubbing over it. I used to type out my Filofax inserts. Okay. Because of the fake sugar in the whatchamacallit, in the Haribo. My father was a tool maker. Queer Stalin said. Yeah, that's what he said. My father made cars. Who was your father? Oh, Henry Ford. That's what it could be. Corbyn dresses like the twat he wished to be. In reality, he's just a socialist jihadi. He's an utter twat. You'd have to agree with that. There we go. We're agreeing with all of this stuff. John Prescott was from Hull, near me. Lorna says. He went to the Merchant Navy Club. Hold on, what did I miss here? He went to the Merchant Navy Club in Hull, where my sister and brother-in-law went. My brother-in-law was in the Merchant Navy. Okay, these were real men. This is when Britain had a navy. Those were good times in this country, kind of, sort of. I had a normal typewriter once, says MJ Tigerfang. I actually loved the thing until the letter E wouldn't type properly anymore. And then I got annoyed with it and let a friend have it instead. Well, typewriters were like an incredible, especially the small ones, were incredible technological advancements. And kids don't even know what a typewriter is. They don't even know how to dial a phone, the young kids. But, that's what happens. I had a normal okay, Tiger Fang, there you go. Let's see a picture of what Prescott looks like. Do you want to see that? Let's go. We'll go see what that looks like. Okay, John Prescott. Yeah, he was fat. Is he dead? He's dead. He died. He died in 2020. He died recently. Oh, don't get old. I mean, he's not that great looking, no. But he got fat. Fat is ugly. Just tell yourself fat is ugly. Fat is unhealthy. Fat is, whatever. So if he was born in 1940, that would be 86 years. That's a lot that's old. He lived till 86 and he was fat. All right, there goes my theory. 86. Does it say when he died? There he was. There it is. Rail regulation, trains, links with the grassroots. He was deputy prime minister, but they took away his job. Being replaced by David Miliband. There you go. The great working class guy replaced by David Miliband. What did David Miliband's dad do for a living? What did the Miliband's parents do? Let's see. He was born in London. Immigrants. Polish Jewish families. Teacher. My mother was a teacher. All the women were teachers back in the day. He was given the middle name of Wright. C. Wright Mills, a friend of his father's. I'm a child of Jewish immigrant parents. That's a very important part of my identity. What did his father do for a living? What did Ralph Miliband do for a living? Academic Marxist of his best known academic Marxist of his generation. He was a Marxist. He fled to Britain with his father to avoid persecution and death. Persecution is a nice way of saying it. It's probably an interesting story. He was a Marxist. I don't know how you could be a Marxist anymore. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody, we've been here an hour. Can we all like the stream? Can we maybe make remember that if you feel up to it, Christmas spirit, if you have any money left over for Christmas, go to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Lewis Schaffer, make a contribution, or go to Patreon, Lewis Schaffer, make a contribution, or go to PayPal. That's an easy way of doing it. PayPal, Lewis Schaffer. Jews and Marxism. Now, where have I seen that? Jews invented Marxism, but we also invented capitalism too. So it's like, well, what the hell are the Jews doing? If the Jews are in control of everything, why are they How are they able to do both sides? Thank you, Kermit, for putting that up there. Also, can you see in the background? Can you see in the background is can we see in the background? Go to Twitter. Are we all on Twitter, everybody? Are we all on Twitter? I mean, that's the thing about the Jews. The Jews invented communism, but at the same time, we invented capitalism. So, what exactly, how do you, maybe you can't, maybe you can do everything. You could be the angels and the devils itself. Okay, so donate at Patreon, donate at PayPal, go on Twitter, go to Discord too. I'm always forgetting Discord. Is everybody on Discord? Who's not on Discord? Who doesn't know? The Miliband's conceived imbeciles. Possibly, yeah, they look a bit stupid, really. How old are they? I think they must be younger than I am. I once had a styrofoam, a stylofoam, accredited by the great late Ralph Peto Harris. Two little okay. Is that a joke? I don't understand. The 12th day of Christmas is January 5th. No, I don't know. That could be the 10th or 11th. Could be the 12th day. Very interesting that all the Jewish Marxists fled to England during the turmoil in Europe, and their offspring are now our politicians that are running this place. Are they, though? Are they? Are they? I mean, yeah, possibly. Very interesting. Well, very interesting. That's what Noam says. Go to Discord. Can you join the Discord, Kermit says. Yeah. A stylophone. Yeah, that's like, is a stylophone, that's that little, it's the tiny little, let's look at what a stylophone looks like. We're going to look at what a stylophone looks like. Stylophone. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. It has a sound. They made some good music on this thing. Can you see this? This is the stylophone. £38. How cool is that? That's like amazing. Amazing. You just have to like press the thing on the thing to make electronic music. Maybe let me just see what we've got here. Okay, let's just see what this. Okay, this is not working. Interesting.
This is a stylophone. It's a small portable electronic musical instrument invented in the 1960s and became popular for its unique retro sound and compact design. Or you can just play memes on it. This is a
That's fantastic. A theremin. I know what a theremin is too. Isn't Labor and half the Tory party having F up after F up? The answer to the question is also the answer to yours. This is what Noam Hunter says. MJ Tigerfang, that Starmer isn't Jewish. Let's look at what a theremin says. What is a theremin? You guys know what a theremin is?
Are you okay?
It's a theremin. I'm okay, yeah. I was just listening to the theremin. Okay, that's a theremin. Lewis just...
When you play sound, put headphones in and play it, because then they're listening to it through your microphone.
Are they also listening through the other way?
Well, it could echo as well.
How could I...
It just sounds bad.
Was there any echoing going on, guys? Did you hear any of that? Could you hear any? Was there echoing, or did it sound all right, or was I just sort of nodding up and down?
Instead of asking them, how about you listen to it yourself after this?
I should listen,
Play back the video.
but that involves work, Columbus. That involves work. Lorna comes in, just tried to join, but whoever would not accept my postcard or my phone number. I don't know what to do now. Well, you just try to join the Discord. How can we join the Discord? Ulrich is here. No echo. Okay, that's good. Kermit, how can Lorna join the Discord thing? I forgot already. I haven't put it up in a long time. There's no echoing. Thank you, Birdseye. Thank you for saying that. You sound normal. Okay. Did any of it echo at all? There's no echo at all, says Ulrich. What did you want to? Did you want to join, Lorna, the Discord thing? The Discord. Okay. Can we like the stream? I don't know if everybody's liked the stream. Lorna, have you pressed it? Let's go over. Let me ask everybody, have you liked the stream? Because we've got over 30 people watching, and let's go up here. I'll ask you. MC Scott, have you liked the stream? Mr. Cuff, have you liked it? MJ Tiger Fang, Andrew Rubin, have you liked it? Have you liked the stream? Alfie Cap, have you liked it? Just press the like. Press the like. Hugh Janice, have you liked it today? You got to do it every single day. Every single day. Like the stream, yeah. Like, still on the fence. I'm okay. That's actually funny. The Feast of Epiphany is January 6th. Then Christmas continues until February 2nd, or Candlemas, also known as the presentation of Christ in the temple. But does anybody practice that in this country? In Russia, do they practice that? I think more and more people are practicing it. Christianity's coming back. According to Alfie Cap, says his parents could only afford to get me styrofoam and not a stylofoam. A stylofoam just freaked Malcolm out. Yeah, it's a weird sound. It's a weird sound. Now, every single sound you want is on this machine here. Back in the day, you had to make a sound. Ralph Harris used to be in a stylophone ad. Does that make it's a bad company? I don't know. Andrew Rubin says, yes, I do it as soon as I join on 3 platforms. So everybody, that means there's at least 15 people who've not liked this thing. John Van Dam, have you liked the thing? Vatanai, have you liked the Candlemas is celebrated in the Church of England and in the Roman Catholics. I think that's what RC means. Basically, the thing someone put on here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to do this. If I can find it, don't know if I can find it. I don't even know if I could find it. Okay. Twitter, Ko-Fi, Patreon, PayPal. Lorna, which one are you not being able to get? I don't know how to make a copy of it. I'm on the Discord page right now, and I can't plus add a server, events, browse channel members. I don't know where it is. Invite to the server. Lorna. That's not right. I don't know how to do this. Patreon is not accepting just now. Wow, that's not good. As you are already a member of the Discord club. Okay, Twitter. Patreon. Why is Patreon not accepting this? Let me go see if Patreon is accepting. I tell you what I'm going to do. Get started, log in. Okay, we're logged in. Hold on a second. I should add stuff to this, but I haven't. Here we go. Look at how rich. 43 pounds. Sell us your Patreon, Lewis. What benefits do members get? They don't get any benefits. You don't get any benefits. What? I mean, the fact we're here is a benefit, I guess. I mean, I'd like to do more. I don't want to do anything. There should be benefits, but there are no benefits. And I tell everybody there's no benefits. There's no benefits. Yeah, I know it makes people feel better. It makes people feel better to think, oh my God, I'm on his Patreon. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But, Twitch, it's got a Twitch. I think it's just too much caffeine, says Alfie Cap. It's quite possible. It's quite possible. Listen, everybody. I'm gonna end the stream just a couple of minutes early. Okay, about 10 minutes early, because I'm like, I didn't sleep last night. It's Sunday. Are you okay? Do you have anything you want to tell me? Do you have anything you want to tell me? Anything you want to tell somebody else on the thing? Let's let it all get out. Let it all out. Fear not, Lewis. I always like your streams, unless I dislike them, and only done that 3 times. Yes. I appreciate everyone liking the stream. I appreciate you subscribing, so I can send you a little beep that says, "Hey, we're going live right now." We're gonna start our full schedule. Maybe it's 2. We're gonna start tomorrow at 5:30. Tomorrow, and 10, and we'll do it. I will do a 10:30 show. A 10:30 show. Nobody's sleeping well at the moment. Why? Because we're in a state of war all around the world. There's so much to think about. Our country is being invaded and taken over, and by people who hate the people living here, and people are telling us, "Oh, don't worry about it. Everything's fine." So lying, it's not good to be lied to. That's why no one is sleeping very well. It's like what's his name said about the babies crying in Hungary. All the babies are crying in Hungary. You have no benefits in Patreon. I just pay out every month and get no material benefits. It's very much like being married. Yeah, there's truth to that. It's like I should give you benefits, but you know what it is? You at some point in the future, we're all going to hang out together. You'll meet me somewhere and you'll go, "Oh, that's my friend Lewis." I mean, I won't say that, but you could say that. Back in 2008, our carol service was canceled because of floods. Then the venue, Sherburne Abbey, said you could do it on February 2nd. It's the last possible day of Christmas. I didn't know that before then. Yeah, they've got, well, the church has all these rules. They probably get emails sent out to them. 2008, probably even emails. Or divorce. Divorce is even worse. Paul is here. Popeye leased a little something on your Patreon, maybe some of your gags. You never know what income that you'll get from it. Yeah. Again, it's work. It's work, Paul. I'm not like you. I'm not a worker. I'm not a worker. I'll appear live. You'll see me live. I'll tell the old jokes. I'll tell some new jokes. It'll be interesting. But maybe you're right. You're actually right. Mr. Cuff goes to Paul. Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah, do it. I've been an insomniac since being a child. Me too. Me too. Me too. Polish do Christmas until February, I think, says Kermit. Yeah. Probably they do. Well, why not? Winter, nobody did any work in the winter time. In January, they basically took the month off, right? I would say that that's what happened in wintertime. It was cold. You stayed indoors. You drank vodka. You had sex with the wife. You had a good time. I assume that's what happened. That's what I'd like to happen. That's what I'd like to happen. I'd like to just do nothing in January. But, we got taxes coming up. I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to file them. I'm not going to, I don't owe them any money. I don't think. I used to go to Christmas. Okay, so let's just thank everybody. Let's thank Claire. I don't think Claire is here. Is Claire still here? I don't think she is. Andrew Rubin. Let's thank Andrew and Hugh and Birdseye. Thank you, Birdseye. Julian. Thank you, Julian. Let's take the list of who's been great. John Miller, 6 badges. Paul Yoward. Good to see you, Paul. Dar Selch. Stuart H. Beautiful girl from Mars. Ulrich Jan Ulrich. Or Jan. Ulrich Jan Ulrich. Thank you there. Thank you, Gary Warren and MJ Tigerfang. Thank you, Julian. Thank you. Thank you, Lorna. for coming in today. Big round of applause for Lorna. Thank you for coming. Vatanai and John Van Dam. And Joodles is 11. Fantastic. I don't know what her symbol is there. It looks weird. It looks like some kind of space thing. But Alfie Cap, Blair, and Kermit. Kermit's at number 8. Brilliant, brilliant Kermit. Maltese Phil coming in from Malta, where it's in the 60s, according to Fahrenheit, and maybe 15, 16 in terms of Celsius. Birdseye and Mr. Cuff. Let's go. There's Andrew Rubin with the big Jewish star. And the Gnome Hunter. So a round of applause for Gnome. Gnome is number 1. Everybody, we'll see you later. Make sure you like the stream. I'm going to leave the stream going for a couple of minutes. If you want me to do a shout out to you, just say, hey, what am I, chopped liver? You didn't do me a shout out? You don't be chopped liver. Speak up and say, what about me, John Van Dam? What about mentioning my name? Okay? What about me? Andrew Rubin, what about me? Lorna, what about me? So I'm going to say goodbye right now. I'm going to blow you a kiss. This has not been one of the best shows, but it's been all right. It's been all right. It's been all right. John Van Dam, thank you very much. Can I donate my crown to somebody? You could find out how much a crown is. That used to be a major piece of currency. We will see you tomorrow at 5:30. Will you be there? You promise to be there. I hope we're all going to be there. I hope. Paul Yoward, thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.